One sec. Alright. Let's head back. Run, startup, back, assist. Oh, what was that frame drop? That was weird. Also, actually, wait, did you ask for inputs, or was that someone else?
There we go.
That was someone else. Hey, hello.
What's up? What's up? Alright. So how does this work?
I mean, I kind of just run through, let it play. I'll pause if there's an important thing to make, a point to make, but kind of just watch through. Yeah, actually, that's fair. My setup is very scuffed, so I need to change volumes.
Yeah. Alright, so are we gonna good cop, bad cop it?
I don't know. don't be like. Don't be overly mean, but a little bit of violence is welcome.
I'll be polite.
Okay. Why did we tech in the corner? We should have teched out in the corner. Teching into the corner versus Beowulf is asking for a bad time. Just right off the bat. Okay. We're mixing.
Ooh. Alright. Was one of our touches we got, I would have highly liked to seen Robo come in with all the red health double head.
Oh, yeah, you can't do that in Bayo's face. So instead of doing this here, super jump and either block or try and helicopter out. Because you do not want to be beaming this close to anyone. That's just not... It's gonna end up like this. Punish. Oh, you're afraid of the frame trap? No. No confirm? Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, this is sad.
And incoming? Yeah. I was thinking about telling them to dash under, but I wasn't sure if Bayo was not quite high enough for it to do anything. Yeah, when Robo's in the corner, you really want to be trying to find a way to get out. So up back, jump heavy punch if they're not in a place to approach you, kind of stuffs them a little bit, but usually you're trying to find a way to get over them or get under them and just get yourself out of the corner, especially versus Beowulf. Another thing I saw is when you blocked stray Beowulf hits, you didn't push block him out immediately. You want this man off you because he is scary the second you let him actually high-low you.
Yep.
Because his lows are pretty stubby for the most part. And if you push block him away, he's hop dashing at you, which is a high, and you can just block a high and push block him out again.
And if you push block the hop dash, you can't hop dash again for a little bit,
Yep.
so you get a little bit of breathing room.
We weren't ever gonna convert off that. You could have just opted to stay zoning. Yep. I mean, right there it wouldn't matter because they were in the corner anyway. No push blocks. Push blocks also just let you absolute guard, which is a pretty good tool versus Beowulf as well.
Yeah, I personally, I'm in the industry of spamming push block. Oh, we kill off this, right?
Yep. Nice. Nice. What? What? We didn't hold it! No!
I see. I see. Oh, now Ruby's doing it too. Oh my god.
So, I'll tell you a secret, Rat. People don't push block bait in this game, anywhere near enough. So, getting used to trying to push block the first or second hit gets you pretty far.
Oh, we do have these. Let's go.
Nice. Oh no. No confirm. And we pressed a button.
No.
Oh no. Yeah. We don't need to really commit to anything there. We have the chair. Oh no. We are overcommitting a lot. And now we no longer have the life lead.
This is doable though. Let's see. Oh well. We got grabbed.
Yeah. I'm also definitely... I'm not seeing as much... I'm not seeing as much mash as I would like, and that's kind of a weird thing to be saying, but you have not shown you're willing to mash or PBGC reversal, so he's kind of just running at you and pressing all of the options.
Yeah, I think the main thing is PBGCs. Like, you get these push blocks, you get these long strength, and people are just allowed to do them on you, you know?
Yeah. So, like, you got thrown there when you could have PBGC L-bombered and just sent it.
Oh no.
I think you might be dead. Oh, no, you are. BA. Okay, hit once, incoming.
Alright, what's the setup?
Yeah. So, I mean, it really depends on how meaty. Okay, I was about to say, up forwarding versus Bayo is not a bad option, especially if the setup isn't meaty, because you can up forward and then block an overhead if it's coming. Oh my god, yours is dead. Especially on Robo, she has a really good up forward. Phillies isn't bad either.
I think that escape is also important though, because Ruby push blocked you and then mashed, which is exactly what you should also be doing.
Nice.
On his extended strings.
Simple. Bonk. Oh no, too much delay. Caught back dashing. Push block the DP. Very good. Yeah.
Oh no. Be so BM. You have to watch this whole animation.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to... figure out how double keeps losing neutral. So, here, we don't need to dash forward. We can stay full screen. I don't know if you wanted to get into space where M Luger would actually hit, but you're kind of forcing him to press the issue. You can just do H-shot, and you don't even need to Fugazi Knuckle because it won't hit anyway, and just watch to see what his approach options are. And then you can either choose to back up, keep zoning, or dash forward and be aggressive with an assist behind you. But here, you're just getting closer to him for no good reason. And
especially with A-Train he's running, it's really easy to snipe an H-Bomber just casually with double. So you never really need to approach. Yep. He doesn't really have safe ways of getting taunt against you.
This looks a lot better. It's a dead Beowulf.
Ideally. Okay, we don't gamble on holding the button this time.
We are going for heads in really dangerous places. Oh no, what?
You're just better. That can't be taught.
Did that hit cross?
You can't teach these.
We need push block. Yeah, push block him, fight for space. Just keep doing it. Yep. You could have Gregored. Please kill.
Okay.
You have 5 meter. Also, yeah, you have cat heads. Why the hell aren't you mashing as much as you?
Into the level 3.
Ayo.
Oh my god, he's dead.
Oh yeah.
Jesus. I will say there are moments where Big Ben's staring at you in the corner, and you have L bomber assist, but we're not like using it. So we're just holding down back in the corner. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but
yeah. Patience is
something
good,
to pay
but
attention
being
to.
predictable in any form is gonna get you punished.
You just seem very willing to allow your opponent to take their turn.
Honestly, it's a lot like me in that aspect. Okay. We're dead. Push block, push block. We mash. And Ruby messes up. Can we get the double up here? Which mix?
I guess if your mix is that good.
Philly attack? Yep. It was a little late. Oh, that's scary.
Oh no, jumping.
Install. Oh, you gotta go into install there. Install immediately block. What? Oh, that's an armor. What? Nice.
No.
Yeah, you always kind of gotta be aware of that. Good anti-air. No.
Oh, we gotta believe in our hits.
Yeah. I don't. We
Yeah,
definitely.
this big band was dead 10 times over.
We need to work on consistency a little bit. It's been biting you that you've been dropping a good number of combos. And I don't want to like just nag on that point anytime it happens, but it's starting to get a little painful how many drops there are. We just weren't blocking. Good block, good push block. Do not encourage landing on Bayo with buttons, because they'll just do that. Empty hop is a really good tool versus Beowulf. Getting out of here. I would much rather magnet here, because then we just lay them on the ground and get to run away. We buy ourselves more time. We're not killing here regardless.
Also builds less meter.
Yep.
Man, Bayo combos don't end. Jesus Christ.
Oh no. We got really lucky. You have to really be thinking about when you're calling your assist in the corner.
Affiliate time? Do we punish this assist? We don't?
We are really struggling to deal with Blitzer. Not that it's easy.
Oh no.
Good night.
Good try. I respect the attempt on sticking out the limb. Ruby just had to read.
A PBGC get hit? No. Do we... or does Philly have any good way to deal with Blitzer?
Gregor.
I hate that.
You can Gregor. Everything loses or trades unfavorably.
Yeah. Don't worry guys, Blitz is a bad tool. Yeah. We're just getting caught on all of our characters by Blitzer. That's not gonna do anything for you.
Sometimes Blitzers trade with Gregor. Yeah, you have to do it during the invuln, otherwise you trade. And Air Gregor has a small invuln time.
You can try and updo it, but honestly I wouldn't even promise that that'll hit Blitzer because updo's slow. Yeah, I don't have a solid point to this, but it seems like you're consistently at the losing end of the stare downs into everyone's pressing buttons, and you just get hit. So I'm not 100% certain how you kind of keep losing the awkward trades where no one quite knows when to press a button, but Ruby's just catching you a lot on these random hits. Good blocks. So, you kind of also here, you kind of put too much respect on A-Train. It's a body, but it's not actually going to hit you unless you jump. So here you can opt to try and anti-air them, or just not even do anything / run away, because you saw A-Train coming and you just went down back, okay, I'm safe. Whereas when A-Train's coming out, it's still just another body for you to hit, and as long as you're not jumping, you don't need to respect it at all. And so, like, if you stand heavy punched here, you would have completely blown up the double, and you did not need to respect this A-Train at all. But instead, A-Train was called, we went, oh no, big band, scary assist, and just let the double take her turn. That wasn't actually hers. Ping is not important. We're over.
Oh no.
I think we could have punished that. One dash, two heavy punch, I think could have. Very brave gun, but well spaced.
It works.
Please kill.
Yeah, I think this is more or less the neutral game plan.
Yeah.
Should be just zoning out with good normals and beam.
We're just going level 3. There we go. Fugazi Knuckle is not a pressure tool. I guess you might have been expecting to get push blocked, but that ain't it. Oh, you could have PVGC L-bombered there. PVGC is one of the best ways to punish Timpani. Because if you let them land and you don't time it perfectly, that what just happens to you happens. So, you don't need to be approaching here. Philly does not like approaching in this matchup. Okay, he sent it. Oh, we drop! So, yes, while Philia is a rush-on character and she can approach, she's the heckin' T-Rex from Meet the Robinsons and has stubby arms.
Philia beam doesn't approach. You gotta hold your ground if you need to, but otherwise you zip, zoom, dive, dodge, jump,
Yeah,
and just capitalize on beam chip, beam pressure.
And you honestly don't even necessarily need to call an assist. You should call it full screen, but the second they're mid screen, honestly, just hold it and play the runaway game, because getting happy birthday is one of the only ways to lose that game. But the duality of rushdown characters is they have phenomenal movement, so they do a pretty good job approaching, but that means they do an even better job of running away from other characters.
Yeah. Like, there are opportunities where Big Ben will commit to something that you can try and punish, but I wouldn't overcommit because his robbery tools are just ridiculous. So just keep that in mind. It's at least how I look at the matchup.
Oh no! Hop dash. Ruby go for mix or just snap. We're dead. Jeez. That's not a safe alpha counter. Good block, good push block. Was that M danger? Well then, yeah, not much to say besides just hold those incomings, but telling you to block better isn't really good advice.
Yeah, it's a guess.
I mean, there are tells.
Incoming is just a separate skill in this game.
Yeah. You're hella
Like,
dead.
this combo would be sick if it didn't take 9 years, Ruby. Jesus.
The funny thing is, it's still faster than Umbi rounds.
Okay, Umbrella actually takes forever and a day. If she combos you in blue, just Alt F4, enter the lobby. Run it back again, it's faster. 1 million view video.
Yeah, touch of death smile. So, yeah, we're kind of opting into playing mid-range, which I'm not going to say don't ever do this. It's just you have to recognize it's a really sketchy situation to put yourself in. And you have to be willing to play, like, on a knife's edge, because Beowulf has random things that just get straight hits. Oh, we keep the corner, nice. And Beowulf capitalizes on those hits so well.
For what it's worth, I think your double mix has been working every time, which is pretty dope.
Sad. This is like the third or fourth time we've seen you calling an assist to cover your pressure, but you're doing it a little too late, so it's not actually real, and you get caught. Just a thing. Just a thing to be thinking about, trying to pay attention to whether your block strings are actually real when you're playing. Oh, we got TK fridge. Not like this. None of those were ever going to be cross-up Ruby. Was that a blue bounce? You could have teched. It was a very small window to tech, but that combo was not real.
Oh no. Yeah, up back into A-Train, unfortunate.
I swear, one of these days I'll be able to tell myself it's not brass.
It's hard, because you have to, like, break that habit
Oh wait,
out.
I autopiloted and clicked the next game. That's it for Rat. I thought there was one more.
I saw 2 pairs and I was confused,
Yep.
but I was gonna let it rock.
That's the exact same thing. I was like, wait, these are not the same characters. But yeah, so I think the main things we saw were just one kind of unfortunate scrambles where both y'all stare at each other and Ruby just ended up getting those hits. Like, there are a couple places where stare down hearts should have happened, but I mean, it got removed from the game, yada yada yada, and then y'all just both pressed buttons, but Ruby did it faster. And then you chose to go forward a lot more than I probably would versus a Beowulf for the reasons I had just stated prior. Where, especially with Beam Assist, with Beam and M Gun, you control a ludicrous amount of space. And then one thing you need to be watching out for is Beowulf in the air above beam, because then they can blitzer and get around this, and then you have H gun or just any of your up forward options. But
I think the biggest thing in Rat's games wasn't really like performance. It was more identifying game plan and strategy. Like,
yep.
she did a really good job. Like when she was in, she was in. When she was out, she was out. But then sometimes she'd be out and then say I'm going in, and then be in and then say I'm going out, and it's weird. And a lot of times, like Ruby would catch you in that awkward transition. Like when you were mixing, more often than not, like that Beowulf was dying. And when you were zoning, you were doing a good job of zoning until you just decided to say, "Hey, stop." I think committing to having confidence in a game plan, like whatever it is really important, especially against Beowulf, because once you make that mistake, his offense goes on for basically the rest of the match. You know, between just regular hard knockdown pressure, setups, cross up chair, like you want to make sure whatever you do to that character, you continue doing, because any chance for him to wiggle out, he'll just take, and it's incredibly frustrating.
And Ruby is definitely one of the best players at saying, you gave me my turn, it's my turn now."
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, I think the biggest thing is confidence. Like on a game plan, on a defensive option, like you're not going to be right when coming to defense. You're not going to be right all the time, but you also can't let your opponent do anything, like do everything. Sorry. So like there are times where you're sitting down back in the corner, and I know it feels scary, but also giving Beowulf, Double, Big Band, whoever it is, more offense than they deserve is still gonna get you smoked just eventually. You can't be, you don't necessarily need to always be offensive, but you can't always be passive, and that's the main thing.
You have to show you're willing to fight while not making that your only option. So you have to like make them consider everything you could do while you're approaching, and then while they're doing that, you just dash away and then do it again. Like, being willing to play both like sides of the coin, whether you're playing Filia or Double, where it's like I'm gonna opt to be a bit more patient and just force them to approach me, or I'm gonna flick a switch and just dash forward and do something silly but try and catch them. It just didn't seem like you had much of a like set game plan, and I'll also tie that a little bit into thinking about where you are on the stage. It happened a little bit with Double, where you kind of just slowly ran yourself into the corner, and that's what happens versus Beowulf. But there were times like when you got the hit and DHC'd to Robo, and then you could have done Magnet, played Oki with them in the corner and given yourself the whole stage to retreat, but you went into Beam, which let them tech afterwards and lock you in the corner as Robo. And so just finding ways to buy yourself as much space as possible, not only in neutral, but during your combo decisions, is really important, and ties back into the thinking about your game plan and XYZ matchup. And unfortunately, we didn't actually get to see the Robo play all that much.
No.
And I saw your comment about calling those heads when they're blocking your assist hairball. That's good, but you can also use that time to buy yourself space. Especially like when you were in the corner. You called a head in the corner while they're blocking something, when you can literally just super jump helicopter out and say, okay, catch me now. Which is probably a whole lot more vital than that head would have been to you, because you didn't end up getting to use the head because you lost your turn immediately afterwards. So it's a small bit of things like that. I definitely saw you go for a couple of saws, and it's weird that Robo was the character you were willing to be most violent on your defense with, because L-Bomber wins in a stupid amount of situations for some reason. And updo is like, It sucks because there's no way to make it safe, but it's still not an awful DP.
Well, depending on your order, right? Well, actually, always on your order. If you have 2 bars, Gregor into, excuse me, Gregor into Robo Air Grab is safe, and Gregor into Cat Heads is safe. So updo Gregor into whatever
Yep.
requires them to like know the push block knowledge checks, which is an important thing to make sure people know. Otherwise, you take it to the bank. So there are opportunities for you to mash. Actually, like looking at the way that you order your team, because you can do like LDP on double car, choose like the farther side of the screen, and then whiff air grab, and that's fairly safe. Not everyone can punish that or has an easy time punishing it. But yeah, recognizing like just situations to play the game. That's really what I see on defense. It's you do a lot of blocking, but in this game, offense doesn't stop just because you blocked. It's just they're plus 30 and they get to guess again. So having an option, whether it's committing to push block, I know you said you were scared of backdash, then committing to a mash, committing to a land cancel, a ground throw, an air throw. It's not about being right necessarily. It's just about committing to that option. If your option is up back, then you know you're going to lose to lows. Don't worry about that. But what comes from that guess is important. You know?
Yep. And again, showing you're willing to do every option, up, back, up, forward, mash, just adds more to the mental stack of things for your opponent to be considering. If you're a 1 or 2 note player, they just go, okay, I can choose my options that beat this and trade with this, like for an example. If you're not using like half the options you have on defense. Again, being predictable, especially versus a Beowulf team, ends up getting you pretty heavily exploited. But yeah, I think that's about all I wanted to say. And if you have any other questions, just let me know. I'll gladly try to address them. As usual, we can't cover everything in these sort of streams,